everybody, welcome back to another video with ElectraSoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, this video is going to be for those who feel like they may have been obsessing a little too much over their desire, or maybe whatever it is that they want to manifest into their reality. They just feel like they are thinking too much about it, that they really want it so badly to the point that they're kind of driving themselves insane. And I can understand what it is to really want something this badly, especially because I knew what it was like to desperately feeling like I needed and wanted things that I couldn't have or whatever else. But that's the whole thing here. I don't want you guys to feel that obsessed to the point of like sickly needing what it is that you want. Like, if I don't have it, I'm gonna fucking pass away. Like, nothing's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna work out in your favor still. Don't underestimate your power, and especially understand what it is to let go of that little like desperate need for your desire, to understand that you already have it. Because within you having everything that you want in your life, you're never gonna feel that way. Like, you're never gonna feel like I desperately need this, I desperately need that. You're just gonna know that you have it. And that really is where the beauty lies, within you knowing who you are and the power that you hold, is that you understand that you don't need a single thing like that. Like, I want it, yeah, and it'll be a blessing if I enter its life, but I don't need it to the extent of dying without it, you know? So with that being said, let's get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about how to let go of the obsession of you feeling like you need something that you really want, whatever else, or at least the control over the situation. Because I don't want you guys to feel that need of control and obsession. It's not a good feeling. I felt it for a very long time in my life. Not a good feeling, like I said. But then anyway, the whole thing with this obsession and control and whatever else thing is that it all stems from insecurity. It all stems from ego. The reason that this is because when you are an insecure person, or at least you don't feel secure within that manifestation or desire, whatever else, is that you feel like you're lacking. You feel insecure. You feel like there's a chance I can't have it, and if I can't have it, I'm gonna lose my mind, you know? And I get that feeling as well. Like I said, I know what it was like to really feel like I wanted and needed what I wanted and needed, but at the end of it all, the whole thing is that I didn't need it. Like, I really wanted it, yes, but needing, absolutely not, because everything that I need is already within me to have it all. So upon me wanting these things, I had to let go of the control that I had so firmly set on within that desire, because I assumed that my control was gonna make it come faster. If I hold on tightest, it's gonna come especially quick, whatever else. And that really didn't call for anything, because nothing ended up happening. You know, I was gripping, gorilla gripping onto shit that I knew that I was supposed to just let go of. Not in the way that I was like, okay, if I let go of it, it'll come to me, but more in the way that I understood that my obsessive control was, one, driving me crazy, okay? It was making me feel insane. I was over here like, shit, I feel like I need this and it's not a good feeling. Number two, it also made me feel like I was powerless. Like, okay, I really want this thing and I feel like it's bigger and better than me. Can I really have it? I'm really afraid that I can't. What if I can't? Whatever else. And that energy right there made me feel so powerless that I felt so controlled by something outside of me. Not a good feeling. And then number three, that obsession clingy thing right then and there, you're waiting every second. You want to check the 3D every second, no matter what you're doing. You're like, is that movement? Is that backwards? Is it not good? Is it good? Is it this? Is it that? Like, too much is too much, you know? So that's why I think it's so important that for you to take a step back to understand that there's no need for the power and control thing going on here is number one, understanding that you are the power and control. You're literally the one who gets it all done. You know, if you say you got it, then you got it, whatever else, but that all lies within you. You're not gonna sit out here begging for this, begging for that. Can I have this and that, whatever else? You're not gonna do things that are outside of your character, because you know that everything that you want and need is already within you for you to have it all, because you said so, and that's it. And what's within you to have it all is that power that you need to embrace properly, so that what? You can manifest what you want, as opposed to sitting here trying to control every single aspect and area of that manifestation and desire. Oh, it looks a little left today. Oh my God, what if it doesn't go right? I'm so scared. I'm so enough. If you're someone who you find yourself thinking this much about it, like to the point of obsession, too much, too soon, too quickly, too strong, take a step back and understand that you feel like you're losing control because you don't feel like you have your own shit under control. If you feel like you don't have your own stuff under control, where you actually recognize how powerful you are, nothing outside of you will ever feel stable enough. It's just like living in an environment that you feel like any bad thing can happen at any moment because it's not stable. Same exact energy. Just like you don't know if your parents are gonna end up fighting out of nowhere. You don't know if a plate is gonna be thrown at the wall, if someone's gonna come in cussing at you, cussing at them, and fighting this and that. Just like you don't know about that, like how fearful you are there, that is how you feel with your desire, because you feel like anything could be a wrong turn. If this happens, I can lose control. If that person comes in, what's gonna happen? I have it all under control in my head, but what if it doesn't play out the way that I want it to? Well, here, you're thinking way too hard. You're thinking way too damn hard about all the circumstances that go into it, which you may have not even peeped that you were doing, because I know that I overthought a lot more than I thought I did. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I know that I used to overthink, but looking back, I used to try to control every single area of a desire or whatever else was going on, because I assumed that I didn't have the power. I just assumed that things weren't gonna work out. I just assumed a lot of shit that wasn't correct, and me assuming all of those things only made things because my stress level went up, but everything around me felt like it was going down, because I felt like I was losing control over something that I wanted so badly. You need to stop putting that thing on the pedestal, okay? You need to stop placing that desire on a pedestal to say, it's above me, it gets to decide for me. If it doesn't want to be my reality, it won't be my reality, and I'm so scared that it will decide to not be my reality. If you give permission for something like that to happen, yes, there's a possibility that that thing won't want to be in your reality, but the only way that it won't want to is if you say that it doesn't want to. It's all about what you are saying for yourself. Take it off the pedestal and understand that you are still on top of it. You're still more in control. You're still more empowered than the desire that you want so badly. But that's the whole thing. You have to understand that you still come first, you know? People assume that, oh, if I put myself on a pedestal and I take the desire off the pedestal, that desire might not come in. That desire might seep away because I'll feel like I don't need it that much anymore. Who made you think that you holding the fuck onto something that you want so badly was going to make it come faster? Who told you that? And I mean this in the way that you feel like you desperately need to be in control of it. Who told you that you microanalyzing every single detail and area of your desire is going to make that stuff come in? It's not going to, for the reason that you keep obsessing over things you should not be obsessing over. You keep gripping onto control, not letting shit work out in your favor, but not even just that. It also has everything to do with the fact that you just don't feel like you're that in control. You don't feel that empowered. You believe that you're not as empowered as you should be when you know that you are, okay? Every single desire that you have always has the possibility of coming in. It always does, you know? Even if you do over obsess, yes, it can still come in, but at the expense of what? At the expense of you worrying, at the expense of you being sick with anxiety, thinking about how this, how that, how this and that, or maybe even years go on by where that desire finally comes in later. Because why? Because you were never in the state of you having that desire. The entire time that you were running from your state of saying, I got this, I got this, I got this, was you running away from that desire, because what were you doing? You were giving that desire way more credit and power than you should have been giving yourself. You should have been giving yourself all of the power and credit in the world to manifest that thing. That thing did not manifest because it decided to. It manifested because you decided that you wanted it to be in your reality. So it manifested for you, under your control, under your intention, yes, but that was all there is to it. It was, yes, under your control, but a different kind of control. There's two types of control here. There's desperate control. Oh my God, I can't let go. If I let go, I'm really scared I'm gonna die. And there's a kind of control here that says, nah, I got this shit. If I say got it, I got it. I'm not worried about it. It's gonna come. Don't worry about me. It's already here. It's already here. It's already here. Tell me, right here, right here. Like, just me telling you the energy. You feel the energy. Which one feels better? Does it feel better to be desperate? Does it feel better for you to be clinging on, praying to God it works? Oh my God, if it doesn't, I'm gonna die. Huh? Absolutely not. But on the other hand, where you're telling yourself, no, I got this. I'm not worried about that. It is what it is. I got it, and that's it. How much better does that feel? 10 times better, a million times better, because residing within this powerful, confident energy is a different kind of control that comes to the table to make everything work out in your favor. And even though, yes, it is still control, a different kind of control, it is that, a different kind of control. You have to understand that the obsession simply comes from you feeling afraid that it won't happen in your favor. You feeling afraid, I understand, because I know what it was like to be afraid that I wasn't gonna get what I wanted or whatever else. But even within me feeling afraid, I still had to believe in myself more than my fear. You know, you can still feel afraid. You can still feel like, oh my God, what if, what if, what if? But you can't let the what ifs consume your mind to the point of thinking it's not gonna happen because I'm not gorilla gripping onto it. It's not gonna happen unless I'm sick over it. It's not gonna happen unless I'm thinking about it constantly, obsessing about it, talking about it, dreaming about it, whatever else. Do you really want to be that person? Because at that point, the only thing that you would be doing is letting that thing consume you. In reality, again, you as the pedestal, you on top of the pedestal, you as the main character, the creator of your reality, the god of your reality, the one in control of everything. Do you really want to feel like this thing makes me feel insane because I'm thinking about it so much? It's just like when people have problems with you, let's say at the store, okay? Let's say you're at a store and the cashier really pissed you off. Maybe she was a bitch to you. Maybe she said something really rude, okay? You got mad at her. You were like, excuse me, whatever, small altercation. You leave, you got your groceries, you got to your house. Okay, the situation ended. You left the grocery store, you got home, you have everything that you need. What are you still doing in your head? You're thinking about the altercation that you had with the cashier who, guess what, is not even worried about you. That that cashier moved on to the next customer and said, okay, let me ring up your shit, boom, that's it. They're not worried about you because I'm sure, number one, they may have had that shit with other people, maybe other altercations that they're not worried about you, but not even just that. They're living rent-free in your head. You're giving them permission to live in a mind, a very strong mind, might I add, in your mind to say, yeah, I'm gonna make you feel like shit for the rest of the week because you're gonna obsess about me. You're gonna think about me all the time. You're gonna think about what you could have done different. You're gonna think about this and that, all that stuff. Power and control over you. You think,
fuck that. It doesn't matter. I'm better than that. I didn't have to deal with that in the first place.
Whatever else. But what are you still doing? You're still obsessing over some shit that isn't even worried about you. So why are you gonna sit here and worry about desires that you have under your control? Because even in that cashier altercation thing, if you felt like you had all the power and control, it would have just been a situation. Like, it would have just been dealt with, and then you would have went home and been like, okay, I don't know what her problem was, but hope she feels better. And that's it, okay? Not living rent free, it's gone, it disappeared, it doesn't matter. So nothing else here matters. Do you understand? That power and control is just something that you are holding on to because of fear. You just have the fear that you need to eliminate. And the way that you eliminate that is by trusting in yourself and by understanding that, yes, you have also manifested other things without over obsessing, clinging on, controlling the hell out of it. You manifested other things by thinking about them and being like, yeah, I can have it. And then what'd you do? You lived your best life and then it came, and that was all you had to do. Do the same thing here. The same way that you felt within you effortlessly manifesting, because a lot of people say, oh, I can manifest that and it was super easy, but then this was such a pain in the ass. The difference here was probably, like, let's be honest, it probably was that the things that were really effortless for you to manifest were the things that you were not so worried about. And that's, no, that actually is always the case. Usually always the case. I'll have a client that says, I manifested a lot of things that I wasn't worried about, and then now this thing that I really want, it just feels so far away. Of course it's gonna feel far away because you keep assuming that it's bigger and better and stronger than you. You have that huge expectation on that thing that if it comes in, it's gonna make me happy, it's gonna make me rich, it's gonna change my life. The only person who's gonna change your life and the only thing that's gonna change your life is yourself and the power within you. That's all. So you depending on these desires to make your life better, yes, it will make your life better in a complimentary way, but not with the intention of, I'm here so now your life is good. Your life was good prior and your life will still be good after, maybe even better with that desire, but you're not gonna be sitting around hoping and praying and wishing on everything that it comes, because if it doesn't come, my life is gonna fall to shit, whatever else. Take the dependency all the way off. Being desperate is never a cute energy, okay? Just like a lot of times people don't like other people who are so desperate. That's usually why people don't end up dating others. It's because, oh, she's too desperate, he's too desperate, he needs me too much, she needs me too much, whatever else. People are rejected by that. That desire is rejected by desperate energy because you are not supposed to be a desperate being. And that's why when you're at your most confident, people and things and everything is just naturally aligning and coming to you. It's because they can feel your positive and confident energy. You're not worried about what's going on around you. You're only focusing on your strong energy within yourself, the confidence that you have, and right then and there, that's more than enough to make everything work out in your favor. Do you see what I'm saying? How simple this is? It's all about the little mindset switch within your mind to understand that it is this easy, but not even just that. It's just all about understanding that it really is this easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a huge struggle. Oh my God, it's gonna take me forever. If I don't obsess about it, how do I know it'll happen? You'll know it'll happen because the main character said so. You, the main character, said so. Stop wasting your time and your energy on things that you know you have under control because of fear that you don't. Why wouldn't you? The only reason that you wouldn't is if you say that you wouldn't. It's all about you. It's all about what you're saying to yourself. That is why it is so important to pick and choose what you tell yourself, what you feed yourself, and what energy you surround yourself with, because you never want to be caught up in an energy that does not align with you by clinging on desperately to things that you know you naturally have under your control simply because you said so and that's it, okay? You're not going to be on an airplane going to Japan or wherever else with a desperate energy of, oh my God, are we going to get there? Are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? When are we going to get there? Sure, you'll have a whole 14-hour flight or however long of you worrying about, am I going to get there? Am I going to get there? Maybe you'll get there, but at the expense of what? At the expense of your peace? At the expense of you sitting there worrying about every single aspect, when, you feeling nervous as hell about every single little thing that goes into this. What is that worth? Absolutely nothing, because no one wants to feel that way. Being powerful means understanding that your power is more than enough. So if you simply set your intention on having that thing, please just trust that you have that thing. And even if a question arises where you want to say, but how do I know? But how do I know? But how do I know? Please remember what you're doing when you ask that. You're putting your desire right back onto a pedestal. Your desire should not have more power than you, and you should never allow for your desire to make a decision for you. How do I know it'll happen? It'll happen because you said so. So stop waiting for the desire to decide for you if it wants to come in or not, and you decide for it, and just trust in that decision, because that's all there is to it. You know, after I make my trustworthy decisions, I just continue living my best life. I just say, okay, I made the decision, so now it's done, and then I go and do what I have to do. A lot of times people expect for something to fall out the sky. Oh, my life is gonna change right now because I decided on it. Yeah, it's gonna change in the way that you're more empowered, and yes, your desire is gonna come in, but that's all there is to it. It's not gonna be because you're sitting there saying,
oh, but what decision is it making? But what's gonna happen? But what's coming next?
Nothing like that. It's just you with your confidence that makes it all play out in the best way possible as quickly as possible, and that's it. That's it. Stop waiting for shit to just randomly change. Yes, they can, but don't wait for that external validation, because you waiting for the change, you looking for it, is still you seeking external validation in a world that you don't need to be looking for that shit in. You don't need the external validation. All you need is yourself. If you have yourself, you have everything. So stop leaning so much on your desires to validate you. Stop clinging onto them in hopes that it'll manifest. Stop obsessing over them in hopes that it'll manifest. Whatever else, stop doing it. Just focus on yourself and understand that it's all still working out because you said so. That's it. Release the need for power and control. This is not a Marina and the Diamond song. This is an ElectraSoul video. Get your shit together. Get your shit all the way together. This is your life, and the last thing that you're gonna be doing is sitting here and giving your power away because you need to control a situation that you don't need to control. Quit the need for the obsession. You don't need that shit. Focus on yourself and see how everything still manifests for you. That's all you need. That's all you need. Nothing else besides that. As long as you have yourself, that will always be everything that you need. I promise you, you are your own validation. Obsessing and controlling is only gonna drive you insane, just like I would know it did for myself, so don't do it. Pick and choose the best things for yourself because you know that you can, because this is supposed to be an effortless journey, and it really is with your permission. All right, my love? Perfect. Because with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching my video. I really genuinely appreciate it. I love you all so much. I always feel your energy. I'm extremely appreciative of you all, everything. I'm just so happy to be here. And you see, like, I know that I am making a difference within y'all's lives, and that gives me joy, but I don't know so because I obsessed over it. I know so because I can feel it, because I let it happen. Because once I gave up that need of controlling the situation, of saying, I will change their lives, what if I don't, what if I don't? That was when shit started to change for me and for y'all. So right then and there, that's proof. That's a success story within itself. So trust the same thing within an SP, money, a car, a job, family, whatever. Just know that it's all the same thing. I promise you it absolutely is. But then anyway, I intend that this video helped you to the best of its ability, and I know that it did because guys, listen to me. External validation, not gonna get you anywhere. It's not cute, it's not helpful, it's not anything. It's only going to make you feel smaller and smaller and smaller in the way that that over obsession that you're putting so much into this desire is the same amount of energy that you should be putting into believing in yourself and in the fact that your desires are already manifesting in your favor. You sitting here and thinking about all the ways that you lack, what am I doing wrong, what is this, that, I don't give a fuck what it is, all of those things are not anything that's going to make you feel better. The whole thing about using the law or even just manifesting is that feeling good, I would say, is vital for the reason that who doesn't want to feel good? Who doesn't want to feel confident? Who doesn't want to feel like they got this in the bag? Everyone wants to feel that way, but that is something that you make happen for yourself. So please be wise enough to put the over obsession away, the control away, and just understand that all you need is to just relax with the knowing it's already done in my favor. It's already done. It's already done. And even if at first it might seem a little weird, it might feel a little weird, because I also know what it was like to feel a little weird as time went on, when I was like, okay, I'm letting go of my control, what's happening, whatever else. I actually was very pleasantly surprised to see how everything came in so quickly. It was because I stopped putting all of those things on a pedestal that I was always supposed to be on. Upon me being on that pedestal, everything around me was just lower than me. Not in the way that, you know, I'm better than you, but more just in the way that it wasn't an obsession anymore. It didn't have control over me anymore, and I knew that I had more control than it. So that's all there is to it. You put all of your desires on a pedestal down here and you're all the way up here, you can't lose, because you understand that you're still the power and control that makes it all happen, and your desires see that as well. So whether it's a person, object, thing, situation, whatever it is that you want to have happen, all of these things are energetically going to pick up on your sense of control within yourself, and not on the control that you are trying to implement on something that is outside of you. Because all of those desires outside of you, you trying to implement control onto them, that is what you're still trying to do. Implement control onto them because you want them to manifest in your favor. You're clinging onto something that you shouldn't be clinging onto. Just like how people, if you're manifesting an SP, they don't usually like when people simp over them. You know, yes, you might like to be simped over, but you're never going to chase someone who is trying to simp over you. Okay, you're not going to go out of your way to chase somebody who is desperately being like, I need you, need you, I need you, because there is no chase. You're like, okay, bitch, you're right there. Like, I don't need you, you need me. Shit, you need me more than I need you. And that right there is an energy that still translates. You want the same thing to happen with your desire, but in the best way possible, the opposite. You want your desire to need you, to simp over you, to come up to you and be like, please, please, please. And you're like, maybe I'll give you the time of day. But that's a choice that you get to make because you decided on that, okay? So please don't fear what would happen if you let go of the power and control. What's gonna happen? What if this? What if that? Nothing bad is going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is that you're going to recognize yourself for who you really are, the most powerful person. And upon you realizing that you are the most powerful person, everything around you changes to align with that version of yourself that you realize that you are. You're not gonna sit here and drive yourself sick and insane because that implements an energy of sick and insanity as well. You don't want to feel sick and insane. You don't want to feel like you're driving yourself nuts with paranoia. You want to feel like you're calm, serene, comfortable, confident in yourself so that all of your desires can pick up on that wonderful, beautiful energy and just come over to you because you're in that state of having, of fulfillment, of yes, I got this, I got this, I got this, and not desperate energy that does not make you feel good. Desperate energy is not acute energy. It does not attract things. It repels things. If you ever feel like you're starting to over obsess over your desire, like I said earlier, you got to force that shit right back onto the pedestal. Boom. Just like that, and remember where you are in your life. As long as you remember where you are, how powerful you are, all that stuff, you're always going to feel like you're on top. And that's really a blessing because everyone wants to feel that way, but you're actually going to know it for yourself. You're going to feel like you're really on top of your shit, and all of your desires are going to pick up on that as well. Love yourself like you should, believe in yourself like you should, have trust in yourself like you should, and understand that all of your desires will naturally gravitate towards you with the intention of you understanding that truly for yourself. So at the end of it all, my love, no matter what it is, no matter how big you think your desire is or whatever else the case may be, I want you all to understand that no desire will ever be bigger than your own power. No desire will ever be big enough to make you feel small, to make you feel like you're going insane trying to keep track of it, will ever make you feel like you're something that you're not or someone that you're not. Because even with this, you're not going to be tracking down your package every 2 seconds. Where is it now? Where is it now? Where is it now? You're going to look every other day because you know that you should, but you're not going to do it with obsession because you know that regardless, the package is still going to end up at your door. Boom, clap, just like that. You can't lose with this mentality. So please let go of the grip and just let it all happen in your favor. It's supposed to regardless. I promise you it will. Fear is not even supposed to be a part of in the first place. Do not give fear an invitation to a party that you don't want to see that bitch at. Fuck that bitch. You want the confidence energy. You want to invite confidence there because you are that. Embody yourself in that because it's all you. I promise you, it's all you. And as long as you know this, you will go very long and far. I promise you, you will. But please remember this. Confidence is key. Desperate energy is not cute. Let it go. All the way. Let it go. Okay? Perfect. So with that being said, my love, I will see y'all this Monday for another video. Thank y'all so much again for watching my video. And God bless you always. Please take care, everybody. And understand that desperate energy has only gotten you to a place of feeling like you're going insane, going in a circle of the same bullshit. Desperate energy ends up making you want to feel like you want to settle because at that point, the only thing that you're attracting are things that you don't want. Yeah, of course you don't want, but you also think are the only things that you'll ever get. And that right there is not something you want to be a part of, especially because you know that that's not meant for you. You know that you're meant for more. You know that you're meant for the most, but you have to grant yourself the permission of understanding this and not selling yourself short because you want to over obsess over something that should be over obsessing over you. If it's not you, do not give it permission to have a bigger place in your life. Do not give it permission to stand on your pedestal, to knock you off your pedestal, and to take your place as number one in control of your reality when all that shit is not you. I know what it feels like to really want your desire. I know what it feels like to really, really, really want something really, really, really badly, and I do understand that feeling. But I want you all to understand that even within me feeling that way, feeling like I really, really, really want this thing, my confidence always spoke for itself because even within me wanting that thing, I simply said to myself, I have it, and then I let go of everything else. I didn't think about what was gonna happen, what's going on, if I don't obsess about it, is it still gonna come in? I used to think that over obsessing was gonna help. It didn't help because I ended up feeling like that thing had more control in my reality than I did within my own reality. That is not the energy you want for yourself. Be wise about what you are implementing into your reality because you want to be sure that you're blessing yourself and not cursing yourself with pain, misery, and worry. Worrying is not a normal emotion. Yes, it is, but you know what I mean? Like in this case, it's not normal for you to consistently feel worried about things that are going on around you. Does the one who's in control worry about what's going on? Does the person who called the shots fear what might happen here? Does the main character ever think about any other scenario or outcome than the one that they want? Absolutely not. To all three of my questions, because we all know that that's the truth. We're not going to sit here and be desperate for nothing in a world so big, so powerful, and so full of everything that we want simply because we know that we are more in control than our over obsessions, than our fears, than our worries, than our need for control. There is no need for control in a world that you naturally control regardless. Everything you control, every single thing. So just like you thought it was so easy for you to manifest that free cup of coffee just because it was a free cup of coffee, put your damn SP desire right back onto that pedestal to say, you're just like a free cup of coffee, bitch. I can have you overnight if I want to. I can have you in a second if I want to. Just like that. That's gonna eliminate all the worry that you had over it, because what are you doing? You're taking away the power that you thought it had over you. It doesn't have more power than you. Please remember this for yourself. It doesn't have more power than me. It doesn't have more power than me. I have more power than it. I have more power than it. I have the most power over it. And that is completely correct. It is always going to be this way. So maintain it. Remember it. Stay there. Don't lose it. Stay there because you know that you can, and that's it. That is all there is to it. But you have to remember this. You have to know it. You have to consciously feed yourself with this positive energy, because this is the energy that you deserve to be putting yourself in and indulging in within each and every single day, because this is your life. You have to remain unworried, unbothered, all that stuff. Not have to, but it is heavily recommended. Just don't worry about shit you know that you have under control, and that's all there will ever be to it. I promise you guys that. Y'all got this shit. The fuck, I'm not worried about you. I know that you know what's up. That need for power and control, dead and gone, because you know better than that. Bye. Don't sleep on yourself, baby. Wake the fuck up. Don't sit here and let yourself be stressed out for what? For what? For absolutely nothing. Because in this reality, you are the most powerful person. You're the one who's in control. You're the one who calls the shots. And I will always say that because I know that it's the truth. But do you know that it's the truth? You can want what you want as badly as you do. You can desperately want it. You can do whatever you want, okay? You can need it for all I care. But the only thing that matters is that you're not letting your wants and needs overpower the power that you hold, because you want and need it that badly. I want and need it so badly that I feel like it has more control over me. I feel like I can't do this. Who the fuck told you that? And if it's yourself, you gotta cut yourself way more slack, and you need to stop underestimating yourself because you think that you can't do things that you can. You are the most powerful person. You're the one who's in control. Claim your control and stop letting things outside of you have so much power over you, okay? If it's not you on the pedestal all the way up here, it doesn't matter, and it should not count for anything else within your reality. You being in control simply means that you get to pick and choose everything. It also means that no matter what you say, like if you say that it goes, it goes. That's the most important thing. It already went for you. It's already here for you because you claimed it. Never look the other way. Never look outside of you. Never look towards anyone else besides yourself or anything else besides yourself because you really want to cling on to this one thing. Let go. Let go. Just be okay with knowing that it is working out in your favor, because why wouldn't it? Like, ask yourself that. Just like you want to ask yourself, but what if it doesn't? But what if it doesn't? But what if it does? Because it absolutely will. Because you said so, and that's it. So if you say that it will, it will. Trust that. Have trust in that. Have genuine trust in that, because you don't want to sit here driving yourself nuts and insane for what? You are too powerful for that. You are too in control for that. You know exactly what you're doing for yourself. So don't sell yourself short by letting things outside of you have more power and control in a reality that belongs to you, the one who is in control once and for all. Everything that I'm saying here is an affirmation for you to have in your head, babe. You're in control. You're in control. You're in control. Remember that and keep it. You're in the state of being in control. So that's all it's ever gonna be. You being in control. The obsession is not more powerful than you. I promise you that. And as much as you think that you need it, understand that that thing needs you 10 times more, 100 million times more. It's always gonna be that way. And you never, ever, ever have to underestimate that. But that's a choice that you have to make. Be strong enough to make it, because we know that you can, because you deserve that peace, because you deserve to have what you want effortlessly, because you said so. And that's it. But alright, my love, make that decision. Be wise about what you're thinking and what you're putting control into. Place it all back onto yourself, because you got the shit in the back, because we said so. And that's it. Alright then, do it. Release the need for power and control in a reality that you naturally have power and control over.